Hey guys, this is day number 4 of David Coleman Daily Thoughts. We're starting to get some views on some of our early videos, so I'm super excited about that. So thanks everybody for watching those previous videos. Today we're going to talk a little bit about CPI, and which is the Consumer Price Index, which just came out this morning. And we're going to try to keep this one pretty short, under 10 minutes, hopefully. I've got to do some other stuff today and take care of some things that. Well, we're going to talk about later. We're going to talk about chickens and some eggs and stuff, and we just got some new birds, so I need to go home and take care of them. So let's talk about the CPI really quickly. Just came out this morning at 8:30. Came out at 6.5% over the last 12 months. That's not seasonally adjusted, and of course, this index it has. There's a lot of things within the CPI, food, energy, just consumer products like clothing and other pieces like that. But that's a good sign that inflation is at least being stopped when it comes to the increase of inflation over time. That's a good thing. So 6.5%, obviously not very good in general, but it's good that we're at least stopping the increase. And on the backs of that, we had a little bit of a pump in the market, in the stock market, and also in crypto. So both really good things. It did look like the energy sector and food went up just a little bit, but everything else kind of brought it back down to 6.5%. Not bad whatsoever. And hopefully that means that we're going to see a turning point here, or a curling over of the inflation here in the United States of America. That could be the case. It could not be. There's a lot of external factors that are coming here in 2023. Which could cause those numbers to be different or skewed, but I'm hoping that will also bring in some reduction of the Fed interest rate hikes. So we may not see 50 basis points on the next Fed interest rate increase, but probably more like 25 basis points. That's what everyone is leaning towards, and the likelihood of that happening instead of 50 basis points is getting greater and greater. So those are all good things. Doesn't mean the market is recovering. It doesn't mean that we're not going to have a recession. Just means that we're kind of turning the corner. I think. So this is all very. We need to probably wait this out until March or April to see really where things are going to happen in Q2. I think we'll be able to see where things are. But anyway, that's CPI. I didn't know where it was going to come out, but I did. I think I estimated it was going to be a little bit higher than what I thought, so I was wrong, and I will take responsibility for that right now. Next thing we want to talk about really quickly is a third set of classified documents that were found by Joe Biden's aides and by the team there. I don't think they've released yet where these classified documents were held. The first one was in the Penn Biden Center in Washington, D.C., which is a think tank. The second set, I believe, was in one of Joe Biden's homes in Delaware. He commented today that it was locked in his garage with his Corvette, which he has a really cool C2 convertible Corvette, which is awesome, but still you can't have classified documents regardless of what they're stored with or where they are. So I did find out the other day that vice presidents cannot declassify documents, but presidents can. And so at the time that these documents were supposed to be declassified, it would have been Vice President Joe Biden was not able to do that. So the argument of, will he declassify these documents, that doesn't hold weight. Okay, so that's the third set of classified documents. I have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to find more and more. And my thoughts on that in general are we're probably going to see I know that Merrick Garland has announced that he has a special counsel that's coming out that's going to be investigating Joe Biden and this classified document case. I don't know what's going to come of that, honestly. It seems kind of strange that they waited this long in order to do that. I don't think they'll bring charges against him, and I don't even know if they'll subpoena him, honestly. I doubt it. So it's going to be a very, very interesting evolution of these events. I don't know if this is kind of a wave that they're going to retire Joe Biden and then bring Kamala in as president and then bring somebody else up as a nomination for the vice president. I have no idea. I really don't know. This could be a good way for him to go silently into the night since he is getting up there in age. But that's not going to change any of the policies that are going on in the country right now. So it'll be interesting. We'll see if anything more develops from that, and I'll keep you updated on the classified document ordeal that we're going through. It seems to be just everybody's taking classified documents from wherever the hell they believe they can, and just holding it in their garage with their Corvette, I guess. So that's a big no-no. So let's stop doing that, politicians. Let's just stop taking classified documents in general. That's probably a good idea. Okay, let's talk about chickens. Let's talk about chickens, and we just talked about inflation. So let's get back to that a little bit. Food has been obviously increasing in price over time here over the past, I don't even know, year and a half. I looked up the average. The average cost of a dozen eggs in the United States right now is $4.25. I believe that's over twice what it was just over a year ago. So if you want to eat eggs, if you want to cook with eggs, if you want to do anything like that, you're definitely going to be paying big bucks for that. So there's a lot of memes going around right now of people who have a ton of eggs who are like, balling out and all that kind of nonsense. So I do have a small chicken farm that I take care of. We have like 17 birds right now, and we just added a couple more last night. Like I said, they're new baby chicks, and they have to grow into being old, and then they can start laying eggs. But free eggs, every single day is a huge beneficial factor. And then we are going to sell the rest of the eggs to friends and family and whoever. So, and it's probably healthier, honestly, because the farm, the production farm eggs that you get at the grocery store are probably not the best for you. They're not bad, obviously. They're still eggs. But those birds are not as well taken care of, and they don't get the same diet that our birds do. So definitely get some eggs. Get some chickens and then get some eggs. And I think in 2023, I have talked about in previous videos how I think that 2023 is going to be an extremely tough year for people to get food and for inflation and stuff like that. So we may see more increases in food prices with hens being less available and less eggs available. So if you have the property and you have the time, maybe get some chickens and see if you can raise them, and then get some eggs. So that's super important. So last thing I want to talk about today, we're going to keep this short. Like I said, we're almost at 7 minutes. I need your prayers for a couple things that are going on in my life here in the next couple days. On next Tuesday, I have an interesting event that I might be able to talk about a little bit after that. But I need your prayers for a couple things in my personal life to get those taken care of. I am a Christian. I've talked about that before. I'm starting a new walk of faith. I stopped believing probably when I graduated high school, or maybe a little bit afterwards. I lost an uncle of mine that was very important to me, and I felt that God had taken him away from me for a reason, or maybe not a reason, and that it was sad and it was bad that he had taken away that uncle from me, and I felt like I didn't believe in God anymore, didn't want to be a Christian because of those things. So as I've gotten older, I'm 27 now, I've started to realize that God is in everything, and that my Christian faith has been able to keep me strong in a lot of my personal issues and personal growth that I've been through over the past, 5-6 years. Even owning a business has been very stressful over the past 3 years in COVID, and having faith and being able to talk to God and really dig into those topics has been very, very interesting and helps me out a lot. So if you are a Christian, send prayers my way. I need all the prayers that I can get, and I hope I can live in God's path and live in the Word of Christ. So I'm reading the Bible every day and trying to really, really get back into my walk of faith. So that's the big thing I want to take away from today, is that if you haven't looked into faith, if you're not a Christian or any other kind of religion, and I'm not saying that you should be or you shouldn't be, but when you're in your lowest points in life, or when you're kind of going through things that are extremely difficult, it's always helped me to walk in my faith and to ask God what I should do and what I can do. So that's basically where I'm at right now, and it's nothing super serious. I'm not going away. Nothing's bad going to happen to me, but it is a struggle in my life right now, my personal life. So any prayers that you can send my way, I'll appreciate them. So besides that, we will talk tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, and so hopefully I can talk about something interesting. Maybe there'll be some more developing news that we can talk about. But besides that, make sure you follow my social medias. On YouTube, it's David Coleman. Rumble, it's David Coleman 27. Instagram is David Coleman 27, and Twitter is Colema, Colema 63 ETH. That's what I use most of all. I tweet quite a bit from that Twitter account, and that's mostly where you'll see my thoughts and ideas. So if you guys want to follow me, go ahead and go on there. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow, and we made it under 10 minutes today, so that's the goal. All right, see you.